Do you want to do a clap?
No, we're smarter than
50% of us, maybe.
Well, I've gone around the block a few times with this whole recording a podcast remotely thing, and I think I know what I'm doing.
I guess this is my second time around the block, so like I recognize landmarks, but I still don't know the street names.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to it. I really am. It's weird to say that I need to find time because all I have is time.
Well, that's really what it is it's finding the time within yourself to dedicate to it. I get that feeling like, fuck, I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna chill here and watch a movie, and then not really watch the movie, but instead think about all the things in my life I could be doing instead of watching this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm doing neither instead. Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad you get it.
It's just a weird thing. Anyway, moving on. Last time on Arcade's Dragon Ball Z. What happened? Oh, we talked about the gang got to Namek, and then other stuff happened, and they stole a Dragon Ball. No, they didn't. They saved a kid. Now, this time on Arcade's Dragon
Ball Z.
Yeah, I decided to throw a pause in there just to see if you'd finish it, which you did, and that makes me so happy.
I'm here for you, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to Arcade's Dragon Ball Z. I am Spencer.
And I'm John.
Today we'll be covering episodes 51 through 55 of Dragon Ball Z.
Good ones. There's some good ones in here.
Seriously, dude. Okay, episode 51, the American title, is maybe my favorite title of any Dragon Ball Z episode. It's Vegeta Has a Ball.
It's so good.
It's so good. They fully embraced this non-sexual double entendre, although I guess if you were so inclined, it could also be sexual.
Yeah, I guess.
The Japanese title is Courage Times 100. The warriors gather... This can't be right. This can't be correct.
I like you have to keep looking back and forth from the other monitor just to, like, make sure that it's even making sense.
It doesn't make sense. The Japanese title is Courage Times 100. The warriors gather under Kaio. I don't know what Kaio is.
I don't.
And I don't know who the warriors are.
My title for this is Vegeta Has a Ball. Enough said.
It's so good.
It's such a good title. It's been a while since we've actually watched these episodes.
I was hoping you would remember more than me.
Shit! This is gonna suck. I remember what happened last time, where we left off. It was Vegeta finger-banged a Namekian to death. And now he's surrounded by furious Namekians, and he just starts laughing evilly.
Dude,
which
that's how the
awesome.
episode opens. Like, the Namekians are like, hey, you killed our guys. They don't say it, but they say it with their eyes. And then Vegeta looks at him and just starts laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts away before he does anything.
That's right.
It's great.
Immediately after the cut from Vegeta, Gohan and Krillin speak with Dende. That's his name, the little Namekian.
He hasn't been named yet, but he will as of this episode.
Yes.
Or next episode? Very
it's this
soon.
one. I think it's this. I don't remember, but I do remember that Dende does go over the history of the planet Namek, which is apparently there's a storm, a huge storm killed off the planet. It used to be very lush and very prosperous, and there were tons and tons of Namekians living there, and the storm killed all of everything there, I guess. Just an awful storm. A weird... I guess that's the second time that a storm has killed off a planet or a village. Toriyama really likes his killer storms. And there were things called Agisa plants? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, so Namekians don't actually eat food. They just need water.
Yeah, that's right.
And my question was, well, then why do they have farms? And the second I thought that, Krillin said it out loud.
Which is cool.
And asked the question.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the plants are mostly water. What's the deal there?
Yeah, they're like succulents. They're like water balloons, but they're plants.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So we find out Piccolo doesn't need to eat.
Ever. Which makes sense, because I guess we've never seen him complain about being hungry or anything.
Yeah.
And then I think at that point, it does cut back to Vegeta, when he begins having his ball. A series of Namekians decide to charge his ass, or fire beams at him, or something. Mm-hmm. And I remember he creates a shield of rocks around him.
Yeah, he does his super special move, the protective rock cocoon. He's done this before.
Yeah, Harden. Vegeta uses Harden.
Rocks emerge all around him, and then he busts out of it.
And it knocks a bunch of Namekians down.
Yep.
Just before he murders one, he licks his lips again, which I don't remember this being a thing. Like, does this keep happening throughout the entirety of the series? Is that he does the weird lick lip thing
Yeah, I don't remember him doing it at all, and the fact that it's happening means that I blocked it from memory. But
Yeah.
there's no real tension in this little battle, Vegeta versus the Namekians, because the Namekians are called the Namekians, and Vegeta has a name, so you're pretty sure that he's going to make it out of it okay, which he does.
And then he caves in someone's skull with a punch.
Yeah.
Like their whole head just becomes a nice little divot.
He just wins the big battle between them in the Namekian village. The super secret hidden Dragon Ball, one of the most powerful artifacts on Namek, is on a pedestal in a room that was 20 feet away from him the whole time, like just hanging out.
The Namekians made this huge point. You will never find where the ball is. And then
no, it's right there.
10 seconds later, he just walks into a room and it's hanging out there. And the other Namekian's like, shit.
He's got a ball now. Once he has his ball, he chucks it into the water at the edge of the Namekian village, and one nearly dead, crawling, bleeding, tortured Namekian watches him do it.
Frieza can't get all the balls if he can't find this one that he's throwing.
It doesn't matter if he has 6. He needs 7, so...
Right, yeah. Back to Frieza and Zarbon. Zarbon says, hey, Dory's been gone a long time. I wonder if something happened to him. Frieza's like, yeah, go check it out. I don't give a shit. So Zarbon fucks off to go find where Dodoria went.
Krillin, Gohan, Dende arrive at the cave where Bulma's at, and they start talking. And they talk about how the elder Namekian, the guru, as they call him, is everybody's father.
Yeah, everyone's
like literally
dad.
on Namek, that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this really fun exchange between Bulma, Dende, and I think Krillin chimes in about how there's no Namekian females. And,
right, yeah.
And the way it works is the Namekian male just spits out eggs.
Yeah, they just
gives birth.
throw up an egg. Like, there's a name for that. Obvious something.
Sure.
There are 108 Namekians that have come out of Guru.
Yeah.
Dende says, I am his 108th child.
And it's weird because why don't the other Namekians do it? Like, why is the Guru the only father?
Maybe they can't all spit eggs out of their mouth. Do you see any other Namekians that are as wide as Guru is?
No, which we'll get to that in a second. But
yeah.
So the elder Guru is the father of all Namekians. There's no Namekian females. Namekians don't have to eat food. Bulma's reaction to this is very hilarious. The way that she says her lines.
Oh, yeah. She's just in absolute disbelief.
Oh, yeah.
There's no males or females. Like, she can't process that they are genderless.
Dende's just like, how else is this supposed to work? And then Bulma's like, oh, right, yeah, how silly of me.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Doesn't Dende make them promise that they're here to help them?
Yeah.
He's like, you have to promise me that you're here to help us. And then they're like, yeah, that's literally, we're the good guys. That's what we're here to do, is be the good guys. So Dende says, okay, I'm going to take you to go meet Guru, my daddy. I'm going to show you where my daddy lives. That's when Krillin's like, okay, all right. I'll go check this out. And Gohan, you stay here and make sure Bulma doesn't get exploded by this evil space pirate.
So Krillin and Dende take off to the Guru's house. Krillin's acting pretty confident, which I do like.
Until he arrives.
Yeah. He has this like inner monologue where he's just like, oh no, we're all doomed. I'm going to die and I've never even had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool that he can stick it out, in front of people.
Even though he's horrified.
Yeah.
It cuts to Goku training on the ship. He hears King Kai's voice in his head. Goku! He goes, what? What is that? Is that King Kai? And King Kai says, no, it's your hair talking to you. Yes, it's me. I have some friends here. You're going to want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Then King Kai reveals that all the Z fighters have made it to King Kai's planet.
Yeah. Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu have made it across Snake Way.
That's
unbeknownst to anybody.
They're not having a difficult time standing on the gravity.
No, they're already used to it. Skip that part.
They're totally fine with it, which means that they're stronger
than Goku was at the time where he arrived at King Kai's planet.
At the very beginning, yeah. So they're stronger than beginning of series Goku.
The question is, could Chaozu have taken out Raditz?
That's, the real question. And apparently, based off of this, yeah. Yep, you could have gone toe-to-toe with Raditz. And they're just hanging out.
And the one thing that I loved about this scene the most was that while they're talking to Goku from King Kai's planet, Piccolo is... whatever he says words, he's got his back turned to everybody because he's evil.
Because he's a bad guy.
Bad guy. He likes
super
to look away.
bad man. Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And then that's it. I think that's the whole episode.
Yeah. Episode 52. The American title is The Past and the Future. The Japanese title is Listen to Me, Goku. Hands Off Frieza.
That one, all right. My title for this episode is The Fucking Joke Contest.
Oh, yeah. That's good. So, the episode opens with them on King Kai's planet, still talking to Goku. Goku kind of gets them up to speed on everything that's going on in Namek. Vegeta's there, etc., etc.
He does say he's training to fight somebody who's apparently even more powerful than Vegeta.
Yes.
King Kai is like, who? Tell me who it is.
Yeah. And King Kai finds out that it's Frieza, and he flips his goddamn... Wait, no, he uses his antenna. He uses his antenna to look at Namek and see that it is, in fact, Frieza.
It's Frieza! And he spends like 3 entire minutes telling Goku how terribly strong Frieza is. How awful and evil he is.
You can't go up against him. Don't go up against Frieza.
Yeah, promise me you won't fight against Frieza. Immediately after Goku says okay, Piccolo goes and puts his hand on King Kai's back to speak to Goku, because that's how they're all speaking to Goku, is through King Kai, like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And Piccolo chimes in and says, hey, go kick his ass.
So King Kai agrees to train Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo as long as they agree not to fight Frieza. Piccolo isn't willing to do that.
Right.
Yeah, well, he lies. He agrees to it, but he doesn't actually agree to it.
Really, as we move on in the show, we will learn everyone is really mean to King Kai.
Yeah, which sucks. Seems like an okay guy.
Yeah, he's just...
I could be friends with King Kai.
I mean, I could be, like, work friends with King Kai. Like, I could get along with King Kai, but I would never choose to hang out with King Kai.
Sure, yeah.
If he showed up, then my limit for being in that place that I was in would be cut in half, probably. Oh, the narrator chimes in, because King Kai hits the Z Fighters with the same conundrum that he hit Goku with. I won't train anyone without a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. And it's so weird to hear the narrator chime in the middle of an episode. Like, it blew my mind. I assume it happens again because it happened once, but, like, I'd never remember it happening if it wasn't an opening or closing of an episode.
One other time, we make mention of it happening one other time, but I don't remember when it was. I know it's happened once prior to this. And the narrator says, and so the great joke contest begins.
Because it's the same... That I do love this little sense of continuity they've got going on King Kai's planet. It's the same training regiment. Starts with a joke contest, and my notes, I'm so excited for them to try to catch that fucking monkey.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to happen. Nobody's mentioned anything yet. I'm just guessing because of the fact that they started the joke contest.
Yes.
And it is awesome.
It is. I wrote, it's amazing. The King Kai joke contest is actually fucking amazing. That's what
they treat it as if it's shot in the same style as if it were an actual fight.
Battle, yeah.
Like an actual battle. Like the music is there and like everybody's emotions are running high. It's not like, I mean, it is a little slapstick, but it's treated very seriously for some reason. And I got a huge kick out of that. That was a lot of fun.
So goddamn good. So first up is Yamcha. And I don't remember the joke that Yamcha makes, but Yamcha's a personable, charismatic character, so he makes King Kai laugh, no problem at all.
Yep.
And then Chaozu does also, and this whole time, Tien is, like, struggling, because he's just, I don't think he's laughed once in his life, probably. And so he's like, I can't do this. This is the hardest test of my life. I can't. Yamcha walks over to him and says, okay, give him this one, whispers in his ear. And Tien like
good.
struggles so hard to like get his shit together. And he goes, all right, I'm ready for my joke, King Kai. And he's like so serious. And King Kai goes, oh, reaction shot. He focuses all of his keys like, you can do this. Tien, you can do this. And the way he delivers the joke is he screams it at King Kai. He says, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. And it like cuts to King Kai and it blasts him like he's got sparkles coming off of him like a magical girl's transformation.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Is this a part where Tien keeps going and he's like, did you catch all that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Did you catch all that, you son of a bitch? Yes, it's so good. It absolutely blasts King Kai and he cracks up and everybody goes, yeah, you did it, Tien. And Piccolo's like, this is fucking stupid. And doesn't even try to make a joke.
And it kind of sticks with King Kai for a little bit. after the joking is done, he brings out the monkey Bubbles.
That's right. Yep.
Same spiel that he gave Goku. You got to try to catch this monkey, and I was so excited.
The gang runs after the monkey, try to catch him. King Kai turns around to walk in the house because he's like, yeah, that'll keep him busy for a few hours. And Piccolo walks up behind him, holding the monkey already.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Piccolo's like, can you train me now, asshole? And King Kai says, you didn't do the joke thing, so no. And Piccolo gets all flustered. He's like, I don't have any time for this monkey business.
Yep.
And that makes him laugh. That makes King Kai laugh because he caught the monkey.
Right at the end, it cuts to Planet Namek, and it's Zarbon and Vegeta. They finally met each other, and they're getting ready to fight.
Oh, that's right. I just love, can I say that, so Chris Sabat?
Yes.
Sabat?
I've always said Sabat.
Sabo?
But it could be Sabo.
I'm just going to go with Chris, because I know him on a personal level. So
sure,
Chris.
yeah. You guys are that close.
Yeah, exactly. He's my dad, actually. So I love when Zarbon talks to Vegeta, because Chris does the voice for both Zarbon and Vegeta.
Oh, I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, it reminds me of... He also does the voice for Yamcha. So it reminds me of when a DM is having to, in D&D, have his characters talk to each other. That's just what I think of every single time. Oh, I'm the Prince of all Saints. No, I'm Zarbon. Now I'm the Prince again. Now I'm Zarbon again. And then that's it. I think that's it. They just meet up in the air together, and they share a moment.
They do fight for a second.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember now. And Vegeta hands it to Zarbon. Just hands it to him. Hands down.
Zarbon has blue blood. It's great.
It's pretty neat. I like that. And so Vegeta says, it looks like you've met your match or some shit that Vegeta would say because his one-liners are goddamn pathetic.
Yep.
And Zarbon turns like over his shoulder and he's like, it looks like I'll have to show you something I didn't want to. Something like that. And I'm like, oh God, what does that mean? And then the episode ends.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this really cool, like, triangular, weird color shot between the two. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And Zarbon's yellow or something, or blue, and Vegeta's the purple.
It was a weird art choice, but I appreciated the change up as these two get ready to battle. In episode 53, American title is Zarbon Surprise. The Japanese title is Nothing But Goosebumps, the handsome warrior Zarbon's devilish transformation.
Wow. Nothing but goosebumps.
Nothing but goosebumps.
Oh my God.
That's how you know it's a good monster truck rally.
That's how you know it's third grade, and that's what I got for my birthday.
Nothing but goosebumps? I'm a little confused at that.
The books.
Oh my God.
It's third grade, and I have to write a book report. Nothing but goosebumps. All right. My title is Zarbon Becomes Objectively More Attractive.
There you go. This is the ugly Zarbon episode. So it begins with like Zarbon giving a monologue, and I really love this. He like hams it up. It is so over the top. It's amazing.
It's Emperor Palpatine level ham.
It really is. He's just talking about how strong he is. He's going to win the battle, all that shit.
He's saying nothing, but it's awesome. Zarbon explains he's going to beat the shit out of Vegeta, and then he transforms. He like beefs up into this weird toad-like creature almost.
He's a super bulky toad guy.
Yeah, yes. And
like for somebody that hasn't watched the show, Zarbon is like super attractive. Like that's his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very pretty man.
Yes.
Has adornments and obviously takes good care of himself as far as skincare and hair products go. But when he transforms, he gets very ugly. It's the opposite of that.
You've already met the beauty. Now meet the beast. And then he charges at fucking Vegeta and just lays waste to him. And the song, Zarbon has a beast mode song. And it's so good. It's got electric guitars in there. And it's got like a repeated riff that's like later on in the series, there's a character. The character's name is Cell. A lot of people know that is...
Oh my God, yeah.
A lot of people love his theme.
Yep.
I honestly think Zarbon's Beast theme is like right next to that one. It's so
really
good.
It's in my notes. The music in this episode kicks ass.
Then it cuts to Krillin and Dende flying towards his daddy's house. Krillin says, I've noticed that there's... it's still light out. We've been flying for hours. And Dende says, well, Namek has 3 suns, so there's never night.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Is Zarbon transforming the first instance of transformation we've seen on the show?
Kaioken, although
if
that
you
was
count
an
Kaioken,
attack. That was kind of an attack. I don't know, because do you count when Vegeta like charges up and gets all covered in that like lightning-y effect? Does that count, or do you just charge up?
Wouldn't. I guess physical transformation.
Okay,
would be a better term for
monkey
it.
form when they turn into the great ape. I mean,
Yeah,
I
true.
didn't even think about that until right now, but I guess that's a transformation.
Yeah.
Tien, no. Multiform, no. Huar and Oolong can polymorph into shit.
Shapeshift, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you might be right though. Like the character just like
the concept of changing your physical appearance to increase your fighting power.
I think this is number 1.
Which is it's going to play a huge role later on in the show, like from now until forever.
Yeah. It never goes
physical
away.
transformation to increase your fighting power. That is a mainstay of Dragon Ball Z, and I think this is the first time that it's really come up. I mean, the Saiyan apes are a really good example, but I guess it's a less extreme version of that'll carry the show forward. Anyway, so cuts to Goku for a second. He's training at 50 times gravity now. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, he just bumps it up. He's just rocking it.
He did. He's just progressively bumping it up. But it's over the course of so many episodes that it still feels fairly believable, despite the fact that gravity training doesn't work. Yeah, I know. No. This is a minor spoiler, but as of like 4 days into the trip, he's at 100. So like he crams a lot of training in.
Yeah. Yes.
He maxes out the ship pretty dang quick, but right now he's only on 50.
Yeah.
It cuts to King Kai's planet where the group is still training. Piccolo takes off his hat for some reason. I just wanted to say that Piccolo's hat collapses as if it's cloth.
Yeah.
And I really thought that it was like a hard helmet like object. But 10 times gravity, I don't know. You could make an argument there.
Sure.
That just occurred to me. Anyway, yeah, Tien has the hammer. He's going after the monkey. I think he says something like, prepare to get Tienderized, which was very good.
What?
Like, Tien is hilarious. Yeah.
Wow. Apparently he's absorbing King Kai's joke essence on this planet.
It's really good. And then it cuts back to Vegeta and Zarbon as Vegeta's getting his ass handed to him now that Zarbon is transformed.
Pounded by Zarbon. It's intense. Finally, Zarbon finishes this off by blasting Vegeta into the ground like a meteor. Like he grabs him and he does like a dive bomb kind of situation thing. Just launches Vegeta like a meteor into the ground. And Vegeta falls into the water. And Zarbon's like, that's good enough. Yeah. Fuck that guy. I'm done.
He's probably dead. It cuts back to Krillin and Dende as they arrive at the Guru's house. It's a giant white house with spikes. They land there. The door opens in a weird way, and Nail comes out.
Nail.
This new character, Namekian named Nail. First appearance of him. And he invites Dende and Krillin into the house because they're good guys. They go in, and Guru, Elder Guru, this all-powerful father of all Namekians, who has the last Dragon Ball, he's giant. He's very big. He's very large.
Huge.
I don't understand. He's
huge.
We've never seen, like, usually Namekians get older, they get smaller. They hunch over, they get wrinkled. We've seen Kami. That is the same. We've seen some of the village elders. Same thing. Middle-aged Namekians are very tall and muscular. Kids are short and squat, and old people, they kind of get withered and decrepit. Elder Guru is ginormous, and there's no explanation.
He is a beanbag of a Namekian.
Yeah, he is. He's the queen bee, essentially.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's why he's so goddamn big. And we're talking like if he stood up, he'd be like 15 feet tall. It's
insane. I want to watch the flashback episode where you see Guru in his prime. You know, when he only has birthed 50 kids and he's in the middle aged. So not much happens. They just meet Guru, and then it goes back to
Vegeta.
Yes, it does. I'm trying to remember the exact sequence of how that plays out.
I remember seeing Vegeta's hand pop out of the water, and he grabs the rock, and he gets out. But my note says Vegeta kills a bird for no reason.
There's these weird dragon birds it cuts back to. They're flying over a lake, and one gets close enough and then just gets pulled under. For no reason.
Oh, that's right. He like shoots his hand up to grab it. And like it's gonna pull him out of the water.
I guess. Like is he gonna eat it? Anyway,
maybe that's how he regains enough strength to climb out of the water. He grabs the bird and then he gets out of the water. He's like, I'm alive.
And he's alive. He crawls out of the water. Vegeta's alive. Zarbon didn't kill him, and presumably he's going for revenge. The episode kind of ends there. Episode 54.
Yeah.
The American title is Guru's Gift. The Japanese title is Defend the Star of Hope, Krillin's Astonishing Power-Up.
My title is Krillin Gets Touched by an Old Man, and He Loves It. Oh, in the vein of the way that you title these episodes, it should be Krillin loves being touched by an old man.
There you go.
There we go.
He does get a kick out of it.
He does.
Episode opens with Krillin and Dende and Nail visiting Guru.
Mhm.
The last Dragon Ball is in sort of on a pedestal above the Guru's throne, just kind of hanging out. It's a 1-star ball.
It's just an adornment for the throne.
Yeah, and
can I just mention how much I love Nail real quick?
I mean, Nail's great.
Nail's a badass, and he says nothing, and we know he's a badass. He says basically no words at all, but we know Nail is a badass. I think Nail is some people's favorite character, and like, why? He has no character other than being a badass. Maybe that's why. Just figured it out. Just had to word my way through it.
He didn't show up long enough for him to do anything that disappoints you as a fan. So
yeah, there we go. We'll see in the coming episodes whether that holds true.
The Elder Guru kind of goes on like a tangent about Earth and Kami being sent there, Kami being of the dragon family, so it makes sense that there would be Dragon Balls on Earth. You kind of get a sense of the backstory of Kami and how Namek and Earth are related. After all of this, Krillin just kind of goes, "Okay." And
that's right.
Yeah. I related to that pretty hard.
Yeah,
it was great.
Doesn't Guru put his hand on Krillin's head and beam the information directly into his mind?
Yes, because it's like there's like a weird flashback kind of situation.
Yes, and so even after having all that information beamed into his brain, he's just like, all right, because this is not the first time. Didn't Goku, when he arrived on planet Earth after being resurrected, touch Krillin's head and absorb all of the information?
Yeah.
So
he's getting used to it now.
Yeah, Krillin's just this conduit through which he can send and receive information. And so now he's just over it. He's like, all right, thanks.
Whatever. And Krillin sort of explains what's going on. Guru agrees to give him the Dragon Ball. Guru grabs the Dragon Ball from his throne. And something that I thought was really interesting is that to Guru, Dragon Balls are regular size. The Namekian Dragon Balls are the exact same size that they are on Earth to humans, because the Namekian Dragon Balls are just giant and unwieldy and weird.
They're basketball sized.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah. He says specifically that you guys, you're good guys. You're going to make a wish. You're going to fix all this. But you better do it quick because my name is Elder Guru and I'm dying.
Oh, yeah.
Because in every season of Dragon Ball Z, there's going to be the creator of some set of Dragon Balls that is on his deathbed, apparently. It's the same thing as Kami in season 1. So
just adds tension.
It just adds a little tension.
Time limit.
He agrees to power up Krillin to unlock his hidden potential. That's what the Guru says.
And Krillin's like, I don't know. I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty sure I've tapped into all of it.
I've trained. I've done, I pushed myself a lot. I don't know if there's anything in there for you to unlock. Because Krillin's being modest, and Guru's like, puts his hand on Krillin's head, and he unlocks his potential in the weird sequence of events. And Krillin frickin' loves it.
Krillin is now, I wonder in terms of power scaling, how strong is Krillin now with his
It has to be significant enough for him to be excited about it. So I would say he might even equal where Gohan is on an average day.
Yeah.
Because he is stoked.
Yeah,
he's this powerful.
And there's definitely a difference, because when he takes off, he just just fires like a jet through the air.
And something you'll see in this saga that comes up again and again is repressing power levels so you're not discovered.
Right. Yeah.
Krillin almost insists on flying slowly at a lower power level so that you don't attract attention. He doesn't care about any of that right now because he just got his hidden potential unlocked.
The person I'm watching this with is not a Krillin fan. She's the exact opposite of you.
Krillin is the best. I don't know what the problem is.
So
great.
When the old man puts his hand on Krillin's head, immediately she says that's the most action Krillin's ever gotten. And it's true. It's true, actually, because he just said he didn't have a girlfriend.
I will say we're in season 2. Krillin has a character arc throughout the whole show, and he ends up in a very good place.
What? At the end of this season?
At the end of the show. He has a continuous character arc. He grows as time goes on. That's what makes him one of the best characters. Okay, not everybody grows in the show, Goku.
Yeah, Nail.
Fucking pull your weight.
Dende? No, actually, Dende does.
No, Dende has a great character arc, actually.
Yeah.
Piccolo doesn't change at all.
Well,
Bulma, I don't know. Bulma gets softer, I think, as the show goes on. Weirdly, because anyway, that's a spoiler. So Krillin takes off. He does not care about masking his power level anymore.
Confident now.
Yeah. It cuts back to Zarbon and Vegeta, doesn't it?
It cuts to actually Zarbon reporting into Frieza, telling Frieza, hey, I beat the shit out of Vegeta. Turns out he's back on the planet. It doesn't look like Dodoria survived, but I beat the fuck out of Vegeta. Frieza is like, so did you capture him? Because I'm pretty sure they found a Dragon Ball. Zarbon's like, no. And Frieza's like, all right, well, I'm going to need you to go and find him. And you said you killed him? And Zarbon's like, well, he might not actually be dead. I threw him into some water and he was bleeding a lot. And Frieza's like, all right, I'm going to need you to go fucking get him right the fuck now because you're an idiot. And Zarbon's like, oh God, okay. And then, like, almost immediately, another little grunt soldier guy kind of walks in. Hey, some other stuff happened, and Frieza just fucking blows him up.
Yeah, because Frieza doesn't give a shit.
Frieza's one of those villains, and Frieza looks at Zarbon and is like, you should take that as a lesson. Go away now. And Zarbon freaks out and flies off to go find Vegeta. We cut back to Bulma and Gohan hanging out in the cave. Bulma's talking with Gohan like, I've been noticing this weird thing. It looks like there are 6 Dragon Balls that are all together, but then there's this, and they're all moving, but then there's this one ball that's all by itself, and that's weird. Gohan's like, well, you know what? If we just take one ball, then Frieza can't make their wish.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go ahead
if they have
and
6. They don't have 7.
I'm going to go get that ball. And Bulma hands him the Dragon Radar, and Gohan fucks off to go get...
That's right.
To go grab Vegeta's ball.
Which I like. I like that the Dragon Radar is still playing a part in this show.
I like that they don't have dragon sensing powers.
Oh,
like,
God.
They can't just sense the Dragon Balls. Yeah,
exactly. God, that seems like something that should have happened in this show that I would not have appreciated, but
right, yeah, but they didn't
for the
do
course.
It. Mm-hmm, exactly.
Zarbon actually finds Vegeta's corpse, basically, but Vegeta's still alive. And he makes a bonkers decision to heal him.
Yes, it makes no sense. It's almost like, let's say you're facing the most powerful enemy you've ever faced, and then you give him a sensu bane after fighting him, and then make him fight your child.
Yeah.
Be so stupid if you did something like that.
Why would you do anything like that? It's totally nonsensical.
Yeah, the guy that you barely could beat, you are then going to repair him back up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure, Zarbon. You do
Whatever. That. And that's sort of where we end this episode. Episode 55. The American title is Piccolo versus Everyone. Japanese title is... yeah, it's good.
That's beautiful.
Japanese title is Back from the Brink of Death, the Miracle Man, Vegeta.
Oh my God, the Miracle Man Vegeta. I didn't have a title for this one, so let me come up with something. I'm going to do one in the vein of the Japanese titles.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 parts. Vegeta escapes the pod? ? Who the fuck could have seen that happening? I should write the Japanese titles. Just let me do it next time.
Yeah, just go back in time 40 years.
Yeah, just call me up, Toriyama. I know you're making Dragon Ball Super 2.
Superer?
It'll be X2 times 2. Superer. Superist.
I love Dragon Ball X2. That's very good. The episode opens with Goku training in the Capsule Corp ship, the spaceship, on his way to Namek. As far as I know, he's still at 50 times gravity. I don't think it's moved up yet. But he can basically fold himself in half at this point. At the extreme Earth gravity. And he wonders if anybody on King Kai's planet has managed to progress with their training yet. It cuts to King Kai's planet.
And they finally caught the monkey, so King Kai's going to introduce their next challenge. He's like, okay, for your next thing, I'm going to make you chase my friend Gregory. And instead of doing the same scream that he did before, this time he just goes, Gregory!
And he shows up. Yeah.
He just poofs in. Which means that before, either Gregory was really far away, like on fucking insect vacation or something.
Sure.
Or he just did it for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I think it was for fun. But everybody
probably
reacts to the appearance of this cricket exactly as you would expect. It's great.
Yeah. Shock.
Yeah. He's like, come on, hit me with the hammer. Right. And he starts flying off. It's weird. Yeah. He challenges him. Which it's incredibly unexpected.
Yeah, King Kai gives him the mallet, and it's real heavy, and Tien's having a bad time.
So everybody kind of takes a turn trying to smash Gregory, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yamcha does this awesome thing where he cheers on Chaozu when it's his turn, using baseball lingo, which I thought was a fun character callback.
Something hit it out of the park, home run, something like that. I think this is mostly just a King Kai planet episode.
It really is. Like, the whole thing takes place on King Kai's planet. Piccolo basically says to everybody, like, if you want to really train, just come after me. Like, all of you, every single one, just come after me.
I'm stronger than the three of you combined.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll start to really train. And so they all agree, I think, and start start going after Piccolo. There's this part where Chaozu like latches onto Piccolo's back, and I legitimately thought he was gonna self-destruct. I thought it was gonna happen.
Oh my gosh!
It was great.
Doesn't Piccolo just make his arms super extend and
he has the one superpower that Nappa didn't possess, which is the stretchy arms. So he grabs Chaozu and throws him off.
The gang is trying to hit Piccolo once or something. That, like, doesn't he give them a goal? Like, if one of you can grab my ankle or some shit like that. Like, not that, but if you can punch me or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's some shit like that. I don't remember what it was, but they can't do it as a team. All three of them don't get him, and he taunts them. And then they're like, all right, round 2. And they all get together, and something distracts Piccolo that, like, throws him off his groove, and they do actually succeed in hitting him. And I think it's after Piccolo says some other cocky bullshit, like, this is why you were just dead weight while you died to Nappa. You all sucked. And then they all hit him, like, they all punch him or something. And then he takes off his weighted clothing, and he's like, all right, now this is training. And that's it. I don't remember anything else from this episode. Oh, at the very end, Vegeta is in the healing pod, and Zarbon says some shit to Vegeta, like, I can't wait for you to come out there so I can punch you in your stupid prince face, and then walks away. And there's a little dude, I think his name is Apule, actually, another, just a generic member of Frieza's force, is looking at this console with all the information about Vegeta's health. And he says, wow, you're really not looking so tough in that pod. And then Vegeta's eyes suddenly open and he explodes the pod and he kills the little thing.
Yeah, because of course he does.
Explosion happens.
He's Vegeta.
Yeah, it's frickin' Vegeta.
Yeah.
And there's an explosion and Zarbon's talking with Frieza and both of them just kind of look over like, whoa, what was that explosion? And Frieza's like, well, probably Vegeta, you dumb asshole. Go get him. And Zarbon sprints, and is that it?
Well,
does Vegeta?
Zarbon flies off to go after Vegeta, and it's revealed that Vegeta is still on the ship. He hasn't actually escaped yet. He just blew up the pod, sent him on a wild goose chase. Now he's alone on Frieza's ship, or at least that's the plan. And he's standing in front of the 5 Dragon Balls that Frieza's collected so far, and he's like, ha ha ha, the Dragon Balls are all mine. But my question is, how the fuck is he going to carry them all? Find out next time on Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. No, that's I didn't really plan for that. It just happened.
But that was perfect. It was a perfect ending, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. He might hate the show, but he loves you for listening to it. Okay, that sounded a little too personal. But he loves that you're listening to it. There. And if you've enjoyed listening to our podcast, please head over to our Twitter and let us know at the handle Eric Hates DBZ. And if you like the podcast enough to consider supporting us, head on over to ko-fi.com/EHDBZ. There you'll find donation goals and reward tiers, and really hopefully we can hit some of those because, wow, there's some interesting stuff coming up. Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z is produced by the Rocktopus network of podcasts. For more entertainment by our team, check out Tales of Nowhere. It's a genre-bending tabletop RPG podcast where we take one cast of characters from multiple games and rule sets to tell one epic story. You can check that podcast out at talesofnowhere.com. From everyone here at the Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z podcast, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your den day. That was low effort. Please don't nail me to the wall for that one. I'm not some kind of Dragon Ball Z pun guru or something.